So the first thing that people will get is you should get an email from me that looks like this. And it says, for me, fitness ballot, and then it says click. You can either click on the fitness ballot or you can click on fill out form. Either one of these links will open you a ballot in your web browser. So it'll open in like Internet Explorer or Edge or Safari, depending on Google Chrome, whatever it is that you use. Okay, so we're gonna stop this. So when you open the ballot, it's gonna look like, is this it? Yes, it is going to look like, I have so many things open. Okay, so the ballots you all have look like this, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And it has submit at the bottom.
Yes.
Okay, so I want the two of you to go in and start, just put in some, it doesn't matter. Just, these are made up names, so just make up some scores, but don't hit submit yet.
Well, do we put a name and number for judge?
You can just put Sally is 1 and Aaron is 2. And that'll be important after y'all hit submit. That's why I want y'all to go in and fill in your ballot. I'll make one too. I'll be Lisa. 3, 5, 7, 9, 6, 4. Okay. Are y'all all ready? Have you filled in your ballots?
No, I'm working on it. You know, I'm the slow one here.
You are fine. You are fine.
You're fine.
You know, I was the one that couldn't find the mute button, remember?
You are just
I'm better than that now. Hey, I'm on my last one.
No problem.
All right.
Okay, now before you hit send, I'm going to show you. So this is the judge's ballot. When they hit submit, that is going to be exactly like in a live showcase. You know how your judges they'll be watching the girls doing fitness and they'll fill out, their ballot on a piece of paper, the paper ballot, and then they'll hold it up and give it to the judge's chair. Well, instead of folding it and giving it to the judge's chair in a digital program, they're going to hit submit. Oops. Let me delete something right quick. Delete. All right. Now I want the two of you to hit submit, and I'm going to hit it too. Do y'all see these numbers down here? This is where we've submitted them. That's where our scores came in. So when you hit submit, they immediately filled in on here. Now, because I've used this with other people, let me just hide all these. Whoops. Because we don't need these. Hide. Okay, so we don't need these. But so Sally was the first one to hit. See, you said you were slow, but you were the first one to hit.
Well, look at you.
You were the first one to hit. So it'll tell you how quickly. And then your tabulator can go in and renumber them. So this is just like any other Google spreadsheet. She can go in and change the order so that it looks like this.
Oh, for the judges. Gotcha.
Yep. Let's see. Let me move them back. These two.
Do you know, did Melissa, was she on the other day?
I think
she was going to try.
Right.
Okay, good.
I think so. We had about 19. Well, you saw all those numbers. We had about 15 people. But yeah, so they can rearrange this, so it's easier. But literally the whole process is just like on the paper form. But instead of writing it on a piece of paper, handing it to the judge, and then the judge handing it to the judge's chair, handing it to the tabulator, this is what happens. They will hit submit, and all their scores will immediately show up on the tabulator responses ballot. And so this is just the sample that I use, but I always set these up for your tabulators, and all you have to do is send me your participant names and numbers, and if you have production groups, I can color code those or make them pretty or whatever. But basically, I set all your things up for you, and then give the tabulator and the judge's chair access, and this is how it works. It works exactly the same as it does in a live showcase. The only difference, again, is instead of pieces of paper, you're getting emails and hitting these little buttons that say submit and fill out form.
Okay, let me ask you, do the RDs get also those, or do they just get...
If the judge's chair will let me know, I always let the RD or give the RDs, and for the state programs, I always give the NSTs access to all the judge's materials. That way, if there's a question, they can help. And hopefully, Sally, you'll be able to take this forward and use it for any other programs you have that are going to use a digital.
Right.
And again, so all they have to do is send me, an email that says we would like some digital judges materials, and I set up the folder, and I do everything for them, except for the scoring. And the only thing is these sample fitness ballots that I showed, the responses spreadsheet that we were looking at before, this is what they use to fill out the master tabulation form. It's the same as in a live program. When you get all those pieces of paper, they still have to fill out that master tabulation spreadsheet.
Okay.
This doesn't replace it. It's just this is how they collect the scores.
Instead of a paper ballot.
Yeah, instead of getting a stack of paper ballots.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Let me ask another question.
Show y'all this right quick.
Okay.
When you have, for Sally and judges' chairs and tabulators, when they have access to judges' material folders, what they're going to see in there is going to be, their category ballots. And so, like the sample. So I'm going to open this for y'all. The difference, this looks an awful lot like what you guys filled out, on the test playing with me. Remember?
Yeah.
But it's not. The difference is, in a ballot, you're always going to see at the bottom that submit box. This is the form. This is where we build the ballots that we send out. So the judges' chairs will go in here, and I'll go ahead and fill in the girls' names for them and fill out, which program it is. But the judges' chairs, or I can, if the judges' chairs want to send me the list of the judges' emails, I can do this. But, it's easy. All you do is click send, and then you type in all your judges, Mark, I'm just going to put in some of my NSTs. Jackie. And so you can type as many in as you want. You can copy and paste. And then what I do is I usually, where it says the message, I put in, this is your fitness ballot for group 1 in the DYW of Starkville class 2022 program. And then I hit send. And that actually sends that email that y'all got.
The actual ballot.
Yes, it sends them. And so you'll send, all of your judges will get 4 ballots for the category ballots. Instead of getting 4 pieces of paper, they'll get 4 emails. And they will need to make sure that they open, the correct ballot. But I always tell people, I was the queen of, back when I still was able to judge, I was the queen of scoring on the wrong ballots. So it's much like the paper ballots. Nobody's going to die. The other day we were waiting. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to show you is when you are waiting, you not only can you tell by the population of the tabulator spreadsheet. You can also actually look at the form and see how many responses. So the three of us voted, or scored and submitted our ballots, and so now it says 3. So we were sitting there waiting, and there were only 4, and I'm like, we're still waiting for judge number 4. And she said, oh no, I think I voted on the wrong ballot. So what I did is I went in and looked at the correct ballot, and I'm like, yes, you did. I'm like, if you will just rescore on the correct ballot, then I'll delete this line. And then I deleted it, and we went on to the next category. So it's the same as, like I said, it's not the end of the world if someone does the digital version of me and scores on the wrong digital ballot. It's super easy to fix.
Okay.
Okay.
Typically what I do is I go ahead and I tell people not to send the ballots until right before the judges are going to need them. That way the emails don't get lost in their inbox. And you may even want to do it right before the program, and you can say, let them all know I'm fixing to send your Google ballots right now. Go ahead and open those 4 and make sure, because it clearly says fitness ballot, self-expression ballot. So they should be able to see which ballot it is. And they're, unless they're like me and they're just not paying attention, they score on the wrong ballot. But like I said, that's easy to fix.
It happens.
And then on the deliberations ballots, I typically tell people that when you get ready for deliberation, you know how you give the judges, you give them the candidates' numbers, and then they have 5 minutes to gather all their notes and stuff on the girls that they're going to be considering. That's when I send them the deliberation ballots, is then. That way they just don't have a chance to either lose or
touch them
or get confused. Yeah. And there are also tiebreaker ballots. I don't send those out at all unless there actually is a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But but the drive will hold all of those. So let me show you right quick an active drive. Let's see. I just set up Florida's today or yesterday. So the judges' materials is going to look like this. This is the tabulator spreadsheet, which is where all the tabulator spreadsheets are at. That's just so the tabulator can get to them easily. And then I have all the category ballots together. And so here's an example of what I can do. Since they have 3 groups, I make their ballots 3 different colors. So here's the purple group's ballot. Here's the teal group. And here's the pink group. So that also helps the judges a little be able to make sure they're on the right ballot. So again, when you hit send to send them their ballots will look like this.